has nothing to do with religion. But what I wanted to touch bases with you guys on is that back in 2007, I got registered as one of the original indigenous American Anasazi Indians back in 2007 within the charter of the United Nations under the High Commissioner for Human Rights. And I have the proof right here where this is my registration. And if you look at the fingerprint right here, this fingerprint was done by my blood. I had to take a 3-day class, to get registered as Indigenous American Indian. And at the end, we had to get a blood test done. The oldest blood on the planet, which is ancient blood, by the way, the oldest blood on the planet is O positive blood, or O blood, whether it's O negative, O positive. It is the oldest blood on the planet. That is indigenous blood. I don't care what continent that you're on. It's indigenous blood. We just so happen to be indigenous to America. So, with that being said, the blood don't lie. Okay? And if you're looking at this right now, don't I look like you? I look exactly like you. And I'm registered as the original Indigenous American Anasazi Indian. And the reason why we had to get registered as soon as possible, because back when Bush was in office, he went over to the UN and tried to claim sovereignty over the continent of America, stating that we were unable or unfit to take care of ourselves, and he wanted to claim sovereignty, and he brought over some $5 Indians that took one of our old tribal clan names and tried to claim sovereignty over this land. And I don't even think y'all even know that. So for all you so-called African Americans, whatever you claim you want to call yourselves, then this information ain't for you. So you can bypass this video or just take your ass somewhere else. Okay? This is for all the collective of peoples that know exactly what I'm talking about. This picture is bigger than just debating about who's right and who's wrong, because they're about to snatch a lot of us off of this continent based on calling yourselves an immigrant. When you call yourselves African American, you're technically calling yourself an immigrant. That's just like being a Chinese American, a European American, an African American, a Mexican American, a Brazilian American, an Italian American. They are considered as immigrants. And if you don't believe me, check it out. I don't have to sit here. I'm not here to debate with you or go through a whole lot of changes. I'm telling you right here that I'm registered over in the UN within Geneva, Switzerland. So what does that tell you? And not only that, when they went over there, when Bush and his people went over there to claim sovereignty to this land, somebody got a whiff of it over in the UN and called one of the chiefs here, I'm not saying no names, but called one of the chiefs, and she is a female, by the way, called one of the chiefs and told them what Bush and the United States Corporation was planning to do. And that we, as in the original Indigenous American Indians, needed to get our quotas up over there on file. I'm on file now. I'm on file. Definitely. If I go to court, oh, the judge got to go in his chambers. The judge got to go in his chambers and make a phone call to the UN. And if my number that's on here matches the number that they have on file over in the UN, they got to let me go. And that's called your private side, and then you have what is called your public side. But I have to get into that a little bit later. But the UN told Bush and these $5 Indians that they needed to go back out the same way that they came, because they know who the original Indians of America are. They know who the true indigenous American Indians are. They told them that. They had to leave. Go out the same way that you came in. Okay? Now, y'all can sit here and y'all can deny it. You can go into this thing. You could talk about me. I don't care, man. I'm already doing what I need to do. And all this conscious stuff that y'all talking about, let me tell you something. A lot of y'all niggas ain't conscious at all. Just because you say you're conscious, that don't mean that you're conscious. Okay? This whole conscious society and all of this other bull crap that y'all kicking. Hey, listen. It's a war out here, and it's serious.